Hi Year 2, it's Miss Davis here. Big shout out to Woodpecker class. Hope everybody's okay and staying safe. This week I'm going to be looking at maths. In today's lesson I'm going to be showing you the strategies that we do in class that you can use at home to help you with answering these questions. Okay, these are the strategies that you've learnt at school and you can use them at home to help you with the questions. So the first one is the tens and the ones. So if I draw this one, I know that this represents 10. If I draw another one, I know this represents 20. If I draw a little one like this just represents 1. So altogether, using the tens and the ones, I have represented the number 21. The second strategy is the 100 square, and this is a personal favourite of mine. I think it's really good for us to notice patterns. I think it's really good for us to visually see the numbers before and after. The third one is the column method. Now, I'm just going to touch on this a little bit. It's something that you will look into in more depth when you go to year 3 and year 4 and year 5 and year 6. So the next one is our fingers, and the last one I'm going to show you today is part, whole. Okay, so the question for this one is 3 plus 5, and for this one I can use my fingers. Now what I'm going to say is, instead of putting 3 in your head, you can actually put the biggest number, which is 5. So 5 on my head, 3 on my fingers. 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer is 8. The question is 20 add 30. Now we're going to do Miss Buckley's favourite method by drawing our tens and our ones. Now for this question we don't actually need the ones, I'm just going to cross them off. We don't need them because if we look in the ones column, there aren't any, so they're not needed. But what we are going to use is the tens. So I know that 2 tens make 20. So I'm going to draw 2 tens. And I know that 3 tens make 30. Does anybody know what method this is? Pause the video and have a little think. Yep, you're right. It's addition. I know with addition that the answer is going to be bigger than the numbers in the question. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to count up in tens to work out the answer. Each time that I count up in tens, I'm going to cross off one of the tens. That lets me know that if I lose count, I can look back and know that I've already used those numbers. Okay? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So that means that 20 add 30 equals 50. The question is 23 add 30. Now for this question, I'm also going to be drawing the tens, and for this one I actually do need my ones, because if I look at 23, in the ones column I've got 3, so I'm going to need to draw 3 dots or 3 cubes. Okay, so 20, oh, 3, and over here I've got the 3 in the tens column. So that means I'm going to have to draw 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. And looking at my method, it looks like we're doing addition again. There we go. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to count the tens first, and then I'm going to count the ones. So we're going to count up in tens, remember. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then I know I've got 3, so 1, 2, 3. So 23 add 30 equals 53. The question is 12 add 11. So for this one, I've decided just to quickly show you the column method. So the way that I've displayed it is the ones here. So this represents 1, and that number, so this one represents 2. In this column, we've got our tens, because this one here and here isn't just 1. They represent 10. So for this part here, I have added the ones together. So 2 add 1 equals 3. The next part, I've added 10 add 10 because I'm looking at these numbers in this column. 10 add 10 equals 20. And for the last part, what I've done is I've added the 3 and the 20 together. And as you can see in the bracket, 20 add 3 equals 23. So for this one, we've got 99 add 1. Now for this, we could put 99 in our heads and have one finger and count on from 99 and find out what the next number is. Now the next number is a 3-digit number. This one could be a little bit tricky. So instead, I'm going to show you how to use a 100 square. So first of all, I'm going to circle 99. Because that's my first number. I'm going to add, so this means that my number is going to get bigger. And I'm going to go forwards, so this way, a little arrow, on the number line. I'm going to add 1. So it's just one jump that I need to do. Ooh, there we go, easy peasy. So the answer is 100. This question is 19 equals something add 4. Now what I've done underneath, I've just swapped the numbers about to make it a little bit easier for me to understand. So it says 4 add something equals 19. On top, we've got Mr. Guevara's favourite method of part, whole. So I know that the whole number is 19 and part of it is 4. I just need to find out what this missing number is. So I'm going to show you an easier way to find out this answer. So I'm going to put 19 down, and then I'm going to take away 4. And to do this, I'm going to put 19 in my head and 4 on my fingers. Okay, ready? 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Okay, so I think this is 15. Now, what I could do to check my answer is by doing 15 add 4. And my answer should be 19. If it's not 19, then I've made a mistake. And remember, it's okay to make mistakes as long as we learn from them. Okay, 15 in my head, 4 on my fingers. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes. Okay, so if you ever get a question like this, part, whole might be the method that you can use. The question says half of 14. So I need to find out what half of 14 is. And we know if we cut a shape in half or we split a number in half, we have to have 2 equal groups. To help me with this, Division is linked with halving. So my number sentence is going to be 14 divided by 2. One way that I could find out the answer is by drawing two groups. 1, 2. And then I'm going to share 14 between these two groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I'm going to stop counting because I have so far shared 14. Now, I'm going to count how many there are in this group, little arrow, and I'm going to then check how many I've got in this one. When I'm counting how many is in each group, I'm going to make sure that I cross each dot off so I know that I've already counted them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's 7 in this group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's 7 in this group. So 14 divided by 2 equals 7. And that also means that half of 14 is 7. Another way that you could do this, instead of drawing the circles, you could count on your fingers in twos. So you go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. As you're doing that, you should be putting your finger out each time, and then you can count how many fingers you've got. So I'm going to do that one more time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And as I look down, I can see that I've got 7 fingers.